Please join us in 2 or 3 minutes. Thank you. Thank you, all of you. Thank you. And I had this idea more than making a simple, master class, to see all of us have the chance of being involved with David and working with him. All of us have experienced that fantastic moments to be in a film with him. And I would like the way that we talk about that, and that David as well tell us how he managed to make us feel, I think all of the actors that I saw and everything, what they express in the David Cronenberg movie, it's absolutely incredible. How he does it, I don't know. And I'd like to try to understand a little bit of it during this conversation. Okay?
Well, we could ask Viggo Mortensen here who played Thor. He's amazing, he can change his shape. Fantastic. And here's Michael Fassbender who played Frodo. Well, in a way, that's what you do. I mean, well, first of all, we play. We play like children. We have fun. After all, however difficult it is to make a movie, to get the money together, the egos, the financing, and all of that. Once we're on the set together, and we don't have to worry about those things anymore, then it really is very playful. Even if you're doing something very dark and dangerous, for us there's a lot of playfulness, and that's the way I like to feel around me on the set. That the actors have freedom to invent things and play with things. I do expect them to do their homework and be prepared, as Sarah has pointed out to me. But I'm very lazy, so if the actors will do a lot, then I don't have to do so much. Paul?
Yeah. I'm lazy too, but I came super prepared because I figured that's what if I showed up unprepared, you would kick my ass probably, and I didn't even know you particularly. But I thought this man is going to want real preparation. But it was incredibly relaxed. That was actually, in this Cosmopolis, I had a very difficult scene to do. It was about 16 pages long. It's about 15 minutes long, the scene, which is very long for a movie. And when we finished shooting it after 4 days, I thought, I didn't work hard enough at all. That felt too easy. And you gave us a frightening amount of freedom, actually. I mean, I didn't, you would come in and just go, that was great, let's move on. And it was terrifying. I thought, but I had to have screwed that up. That couldn't have been good. So it was amazing freedom and relaxation. And like you said, it's a dark scene, but it was actually really playful and fun to try to murder Robert Pattinson. It's suddenly the funnest thing I've ever done in my life.
As he knows, when the Twihards hear about this, his life will be worth nothing. He's worried about it. Sarah, you're an actress. You've been in 2 movies with me. This one and that one. What do you have to say about that?
Frightening freedom, I think, is a good way to put it. I think when I arrived in Germany, I really expected that we were going to do rehearsals and read-throughs and spend a lot of time with the material, and you put the kibosh on that very quickly, and so it just became about Michael and I spending a lot of time together at this castle in Germany, and then creating and crafting a character, and then when we were going to do Cosmopolis, David came into my trailer and said, "So you're gonna play a modern woman? You ready?" And I said, "Yeah. Do you want to talk about this, my ideas?" And you pointed at the script and you're like, "No, it's all there. It's all there." Okay. So I really felt like I had a lot of space to create two very different characters.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you've had movies, worked on movies where you did rehearse. And I tried that once, and I didn't like it. Well, it was on the fly, and we sat around the table, and we sort of did it like theater, you know, everybody reading, and then giving their ideas, and their ideas were really boring. I didn't want to listen to their ideas. So, and the other thing was that, and then there were weird ego things that started to happen, you know, where people were twisting words and arguing with each other about interpretations. Do you find that? And so I thought, well, this is not really productive for me. And also, I found that once we got on the set, everything changed. You know, you have you have all the actors that you need for the scene. They're in the costumes that they're in. You're in the actual set. And that changed everything. So I thought, well, what were we rehearsing for? So that was my one time that I tried it, and I really didn't find that it was productive.
Yeah. I like rehearsing because I like my ideas, my interpretation. And I think it's important for the director to hear my ideas. I know he's going to ignore them, but I'd like him to hear them. No. It's a weird thing with film. I can't figure out what's the best thing to do. There's some sort of middle ground. Although with this, you know, I had lots of time on my own to prepare. In a funny way, that worked for the character I do in this because he lives alone entirely. And he's in love with Robert Pattinson, but he's never gotten to be in the room with Robert Pattinson. And he loves him so much he hates him and wants to kill him. So that actually when it came to...
That is a good idea. I never thought of that.
Oh, for Christ.
Total reshoot.
Yes. See, you should have listened to me, man. We should have heard.
We need to reshoot that last scene because that's... Why didn't you tell me this before?
Well, you didn't want to rehearse.
So, in terms of freedom, I think Peter here, who is not really Michael Fassbender, it's really the same. I mean, we do talk, we do prepare many things, but ultimately we are working very spontaneously with the moment that it happens. And I mean, when we blocked that scene, we were really blocking it like a piece of theater. You did have a few ideas, I recall.
I did.
In which we actually incorporated.
Yes, you did, actually, very much.
So, see, there is a moment when the actor really does collaborate a lot, and but it's a different moment than when you're rehearsing. But in terms of, and then after we block the scene, and it's just the actors and me working out the scene like a piece of theater, then Peter comes and looks at what we've done as in terms of choreography and stuff, and that's when we start to think about how we should light it, how we should shoot it, what lens we should use.
And it's like starting for the first time every time. It's a real voyage of discovery in every film. I look forward to each time I shoot a film with David with great anticipation, mixed of excitement and fear, which never leaves me until we finish the film. But we do work, both of us work spontaneously without working things out very much beforehand. However much we might talk about a scene, things change, and each scene, each film makes different demands, which we have to discover as we go along, very much.
And I would like to say that what you saw of Cosmopolis there was not any indication of how the movie really looks, because it's a video from a computer, and it's unfinished, and it's very gray. And the Peter's lighting is actually, as usual, fantastic and wonderful, and but we wanted to give you some little taste of where we were with the movie. So, Paolo, what else?
Sorry, but I'm a little, already shocked. I have to find the money for the reshoot last scene. I have a problem.
I'll do it for free.
I won't.
Sarah, do you think that something changed between both films you worked with David, the first and the second? Something, the way he directed you, or the way he filmed you, everything? Or you felt exactly the same in both films?
Well, I think I knew what I was going into the second time around. So I was, I think, mentally prepared and just anticipating it with a lot more excitement than fear. But I think in Cosmopolis, you shot so close to us